Hi yogis, I'm Antonette Redl from Integrated Fitness, and today I'm going to do a 15-minute release of the back. So if you only have, you're short on time, you want to do something quick, just release your back. This is what we're going to do. Today I have a strap. It's not really a yoga strap, but any strap will do. This one has some loops in it. 2 blocks. They could be foam blocks, cork blocks, whatever you have. If you don't have blocks, then something that can hold you up, books, thick books, and also a ball. And if you don't have a squeezy little ball, you can have a kid's ball if you have a kid's ball at home, and that's fine. So we're going to start off seated. I do like to sit on the Pilates ball just because it's comfortable, and it does release the bottom of the diaphragm there. So it relaxes, you kind of sit on it, you feel comfortable. But you sit on whatever you feel comfortable with. It could be a block, a blanket. We're going to sit up just so that you're nice and tall and not slouched. So sometimes when the knees are higher than the hips, we tend to slouch over time. So I want you to sit up nice and tall, not rigid. Palms can face upwards so that we have the shoulders externally rotated instead of internal rotation. Relax, chin is parallel to the floor. Relax your jaw, relax your face, close your eyes. And just to begin to connect to your body. Come inward. Start to exaggerate or be generous with that exhalation. So if you're inhaling the count of 4, we're going to exhale the count of 8. If that's uncomfortable, and make that less, 3 and 6. And then on your next exhalation, you're going to drop your chin down toward your chest, keeping the shoulder blades on the back of the spine. And then as you inhale, we're going to take the head all the way back. So as you exhale, we're going to drop your chin forward. And as you inhale, we're going to take the head back. A few more, and again, keeping the shoulder blades on the back of the spine. Chest is nice and broad. Last one. As you come back to center, we're going to drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Inhale back up and exhale right ear towards the right shoulder. Inhale back up. Make sure as you're dropping the ear down towards the shoulder that the shoulder isn't hiking up towards the ear. We're just allowing the shoulder blades to relax and just going side to side with your breath. We're not forcing. We're just moving with what we have right now. And then as you come back to center, we're going to turn the head to the left. Inhale back to center and turn the head to the right. Back to center. Make sure you're not rounding the shoulders. Shoulder blades are on the back of the spine. Chest is broad. And moving with your breath. Exhaling as we turn the head. Inhale as the head comes back to center. One more each side. And as you come back to center, we're going to roll the shoulders up, back, and down. So as you inhale up, exhale down. A few more. Then as you exhale, release the shoulders down. Now we're going to grab a hold of your strap. What I like about this strap, even if you have one at home that has a little bit of resistance there, it's nice that the strap moves instead of just being a strap that can. What I like to do is floss the shoulders. Now with this one, because it has some give, I'm able to hold it a little tighter, so as I go back, I can pull on the strap, retract the shoulder blades, and come down. I'm moving completely from the shoulder and not from the back. You can arch the back once we move from the shoulder and round the back. You want to get more of a stretch. And in the beginning, I was just moving from the shoulder. Depends on what kind of stretch you're looking for. This is more the back helping, and the other one was shoulder rotation. Good. And you can do a few of these warming up this middle back, upper back area, and then release down. Good. Now I'm going to come off my ball. If you're on a blanket, you can stay on it slow. I'm going to remove the ball off to the side. You're going to sit in a cross-legged position, whatever's comfortable. I do like to switch which leg is in front, just so that I don't have the same leg all the time. Arms are going to walk out to the side. We're going to start to do a twist. So I'm going to twist to the left first. My shoulder is back, and I'm going to walk the left hand back behind me, right hand to the thigh. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, twist to the left. Chin looks down, breathe. And then as you inhale back to the center, I'm going to twist to the opposite direction. So the right hand walks behind me, shoulder blade back, left hand holds the knee, and I exhale, twist. I like to take a breath here, and then again, exhale, twist. As you inhale, come back to the center. Walk your hands out to the side, walk the left hand out to the left, drop the elbow, drop the shoulder. You don't have to go low. This is all you have in the lateral body. Drop the head, drop the shoulder, and then reach the right arm alongside the right ear. Take a breath into the right side. Exhale, let it go. Again, another breath in. And exhale, let it go. We're going to take that right arm, release the right arm all the way back, down and behind you. Take a breath into the neck. Exhale, relax. One more, inhale. And exhale. As you push into the left hand, slowly come back up. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Walk over to the right. Bend the elbow, drop the shoulder, drop the head, and then reach the left arm forward. Take a breath in, and a breath out. Breath in, and a breath out. Then take that left arm all the way up over behind you. Relax. Take a breath into the neck. Exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale. Push into your right hand, walk yourself back up. And roll the shoulders up back again. We're going to come into a forward fold. If you'd like to switch your legs, you can. Especially if you're new to yoga, the hips are going to hurt a little bit. So have your feet wide, knees wide, hands behind you, and just let the knees go side to side. If you notice, I'm lifting the hips up, lifting the pelvis, moving from that area. Then I always like to keep then the pelvis on the floor and just move from the socket of the hip there. And then that movement helps lubricate the joint, especially if you're feeling tight in this cold weather. And then come back to cross-legged. As you come back to cross-legged, sit up nice and tall. Now we're going to forward fold. So walk yourself all the way forward, drop your head, and then breathe into your back. Take a breath in, and a breath out. And a breath in, and a breath out. So stay with your breath. Each exhalation dropping into that forward fold. Let's walk over to the left first. Reach that right hand over to the left. Breathe into that whole right side. And then slowly back to the center. Let's walk all the way over to your right. Left hand on top of the right hand. Breathe. center, drop into that one last time. And then on your inhale, walk yourself back up. Good. One more time, hands behind you, knees wide, just like the knees go side to side. So we're going to grab the blocks next. We're going to come onto your hands and knees. The blocks will be parallel. Depending on how tight your shoulders are, if the shoulders are really tight, what you can do is have the blocks further apart. If you have mobility in the shoulders, they can touch. Today, because I'm feeling a little tight, they are going to be parallel, not touching. Elbows and the forearms are on the block. Palms are together in a prayer position. Notice how I walk my knees back so that my forehead can come down to the floor and relax. Now, if you're feeling pretty tight, keep the arms extended and relaxed. If you feel like you have the mobility, you can bend the elbows and bring the prayer hands to the nape of the neck. Again, relax. Try not to drop the cage too much. So I am pulling the ribs in a little bit because I notice I'm taking it from my lower back. I'm feeling tight, so I'm going to extend my arms and just drop here more from the shoulder area instead of my lower back. Stay with your breath. Now it's important that we breathe here. So I'm taking pretty big breaths in, generous, and very generous on my exhale out. So stay here with a few breaths. Then as you inhale, we're going to slowly come up. So as you press down into the blocks, come back up onto your hands and knees. And as you're on your hands and knees, we're going to come into cat-cow. So as you exhale, round your back, tuck the tailbone under, separate the shoulder blades, drop the head. And as you inhale, lift the tailbone. Let the shoulder blades come in and touch and lift your head. Exhale, press away and round. Inhale, arch. So we're going to go with a few breaths here. Then as you come back to the center, neutral spine, we're going to exhale right ear to right hip. This is called wag the tail. Inhale back to the center, exhale left ear to left hip. Inhale back to center. So we're getting into the side body here. You're going to see that lateral bend in the spine. So notice how we're doing extension, flexion, lateral bends, twists, moving through the full range of the back. And now as you come back to the center, we're going to have the knees a little wide, not too wide. Hands can be on the blocks. Forehead down into extended child's pose. Forehead down, tailbone down, relax and breathe. You'll notice that the shoulder blades are coming in. Hollow, relax the armpits and breathe. I'm going to walk the arms off the block. So right hand's going to go to the right. Left hand's going to walk over to the right. Forehead down. Breathe into the left side of your body. And as you slowly come back to the center, walk all the way over to the other side. So left hand over to left, right hand on top of that left hand. And drop your head and breathe. And then as you come back to the center of your head one more time, and inhale, come back onto your hands and knees. So as you come onto your hands and knees, I'm going to show you a couple things with the ball. Some of my clients have told me they like the ball a little bit better than the blocks. If you have the blocks, I'm going to show you what to do with the blocks if you don't have a ball. So with the ball, we're going to grab the ball, and the ball is going to go in towards the waist. You're going to be on one of your sides. I'm right now on my left side. Legs are extended. So I'm going to take the bottom leg forward and the top leg back just to give me stability so I'm not rolling around. The ball is going to go right at the waist area, so it's right above my pelvis. It's not up here under my armpit. Otherwise, you're not going to feel the stretch. So you wedge it. That's what's nice about the soft ball. You can wedge it right in there. My left arm's going to extend, and then my right arm's going to extend. Now, this is where you're going to like that the legs are separated so that you feel stable, because you're going to feel a little unstable on it. Now, this is where you can kind of breathe into that ball. So each exhalation, drop into the ball, and each inhalation, breathe into the right side of your body, getting a nice lateral stretch. The head is resting on the arm. You can stay here as long as you like. It feels really good. I'm getting into the diaphragm. So this is still the whole entire back here, releasing the cage. Each exhalation, relax. For time's sake, we're going to come out so that right hand's going to go to the floor. It just helps you back up. After that, we're going to move over to the other side. So as you come over to the other side, right leg. Right now I'm on my right side, so the right leg's forward, the left leg's back. Again, the ball comes right into the waist, right above the pelvis. Right arm extends, left arm extends. If you can see, my right hand's kind of pulling that left arm. And then relax, breathe. Sorry if that ujjayi breath going on, that slight constriction to the back of the throat. Breath in and nice breath out. Again, be generous with your exhale. So I can feel I'm tight here because I can feel my ribs really flaring here, so try to relax the cage. I feel like the breath is getting stuck in my ribs, so exhale, relax. And then you can start to feel all the tissue around the intercostals relaxing, releasing. Then again, left hand goes to the floor, slowly help yourself up. Okay, so with this next one, you can have the ball or you can have the blocks. I'm going to demo with the ball. The ball is going to go right behind the shoulder blades. Legs can be in full extension. Hands are behind the head and drop the elbows back. Then relax. Now if this is too much, or you get dizzy, some people get vertigo, this is too much, it is nicer on the back. But what you can do, notice how when I come up, I exhale, come up, my elbows to the floor, and press myself up. What you can do is grab a hold of the blocks. Now the blocks can go in different configurations, so everybody's back is a little different. I like to start off the block horizontal, and it's right behind your shoulder blades, not in your neck and not in your lower back. And the next block, so there's different heights to it. This is the lowest height, that's the second, and that is the third height. So the block behind the shoulder blades is on the lowest, number one. And the block behind your head, the skull, is going to be on number 3. You can lie down with the shoulder blades in line with the block. Skull, that ridge, that bony ridge of your skull, right there with the block. Arms out to the side, palms facing upward. And relax. Each exhalation like that. Now the arms could be in any position. If you'd like to interlace the fingers behind you, relax, you can. You can hold this for a few breaths or a few minutes. So you could always stop the video now and hold this for a few moments. But what I like to do is, if I have the block that's really high on the head, eventually I like to lift the head and bring the block down to the second height and slowly lower myself into a back bend. So it's a lot nicer than just having the block dropping all the way back. And then last, I would have the block all the way down. So especially for those of you who get really dizzy, maybe just having the block there is nice. And again, as you exhale, I'd like to place the hands behind the head. Exhale, use your abdomen forward and come up, face down, and slowly come up to the blocks. So we're going to wrap this up real quick. We're going to take the blocks off to the side. Lie all the way back down. And again, for those of you who do get a little dizzy, I will tell my clients, place a block right underneath your head, and your head is supported, knees into the chest, and knock yourself side. We're going to take the knees all the way over to the right hand on top of the left, and the left arm all the way out to the right. With or without block. For some people, it just makes them feel a little more comfortable and not as dizzy, especially if you're really tight. So I'll show you, if someone's really tight, you'll notice the chin comes out, which you don't like. So if you can keep the chin in and the shoulder, and then some people are like this. So sometimes it's just nice to have that block there. We'll bring the knees back to the center and bring the knees all the way over to the left side. Right arm out to the right. Take a breath in. Exhale, relax. Each exhalation, just let go. Now let's bring the knees back to the center. We're going to extend your left leg all the way out to the floor, and then bring the right knee all the way down to the floor if you can. So that right knee is all the way down, right arm's out to the right, and turn your head. That is deeper. We're going to feel that a little bit more into the middle of the back there. Breathe. And then as you inhale, come back to the center. Extend your right leg all the way out. Left knee pulls in. And we're going to take that left knee all the way across the floor. Try to take it down to the floor. Even if this shoulder lifts all the way up, try to keep your head on the floor. Again, if your head can't stay on the floor, have the block underneath. It will help with the neck, and that left arm goes all the way up to the left. Nice deep twist there into the spine. As you inhale, come back to the center. And as you come back to the center, we're going to take the block that's underneath your head on the second height. And that's going to go right underneath the ridge of the skull here. Now with the cork block, it's going to be a little bit more harder right here. Palms face up, shoulders relax, and just rock all the way to one side. And then all the way to the other side. So if you tend to get like tension headaches, clench your jaw. This is going to release all that tension, the occiput. Relax your jaw, relax your face. If you find like one side's tighter, you can stay there, relax. And then pull all the way to the end. So this is just a nice quick reset. As you come back to the center, release the block. Release and relax the legs, palms face up. You could always end this class if it's at night with the legs up the wall, so you can turn your body so the legs up the wall, just to release, which is a nice ending to this. So I'm just gonna get myself up against the wall here. Doesn't have to be fancy, you don't have to have a bolster, and just relax. If you are up against the wall and you want to stretch the inner thighs, the legs could go nice and wide. You could always support the legs by holding on, or you can add a little more tension by pressing. You can sit here for a while for a few breaths, and then you can also bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet together, and press the knees away. I like to add a little bit of the hips with the shoulders. I know we were just doing the back today, but there's also what you can do is cross one ankle and slide that leg down. And then do the other side. So there's numerous things that you can do just at night before you go to bed. Just make sure you hold each side the same, and then bring the knees in. To come off that wall, you just roll over to your side, press your top hand down, and come on up. So there's a few stretches, just a couple, so just feel better at night before you go to bed, or maybe when you get up in the morning, you're feeling a little tight. All right, yogis, we'll see you again on the mat. I'll give you a couple more things to feel better. Namaste.